You are welcome to our channel. Don't forget to like, make sure you subscribe, and to please share. In the news, Fubara, we are not going to fight for eternity. Everything that has a beginning has an end. Who said this? Darlington Orji. A key political figures in Rivers State has spoken out about the recent peace effort between Governor Fubara, similarly, and former Governor Nyesom Wike. During an interview with News Central TV, Orji shared his thoughts on the political conflicts that have divided the state for months. Orji said, many people have been hoping that Governor Fubara will speak up and take steps to end the crisis. He explained that the current political situation wasn't something the people of Rivers State wanted or voted for. According to him, the tension was caused by political games and people trying to force old alliances back together. However, Orji praised Governor Fubara for being peace-loving and putting the lives of Rivers people first. He compared Fubara's approach to that of a former President Goodluck Jonathan, saying, Fubara believes that no political position is worth the blood of any citizen. Orji also said that if the governor is truly making efforts to talk things out and bring everyone back to the table for peace and development, then it's a step in the right direction. He reminded everyone that all conflicts must end eventually, and now might be the time to move forward. We are not going to fight to eternity. Everything that has a beginning has an end, Orji stated. If the governor wants to make peace and bring stakeholders together to plan the future of Rivers State, there is nothing wrong with that. That was the submission of Mr. Darlington Orji, who happens to be a political figure in Rivers State, when he was answering questions on a TV station as regards the situation in Rivers State. Let's look at the whole thing. Number one is emphasizing the fact that Fubara is taking a right step in the right direction, knowing fully well that it is only peace that can solve any problem. In fact, there is no war that didn't end on the table of dialogue. He specifically pinpointed the fact that whether Wike likes it or not, or Fubara cherishes it or not, they are still going to end the feud. They can't fight till eternity. That the beginning of the fight is known, surely it must have an end. And the end might not even be far-fetched. The nearest future might be closer than expected. But he specifically, praised Governor Fubara even for making sure that he, walk the path of peace. He has said that many people have been hoping that Fubara will speak up and take steps to end the crisis. He also explained that the tension in Rivers State politically is caused by political games and people trying to force old alliances back together. His belief is that whichever way, everything will still come to a loving end. For being peace-loving and putting lives of Rivers first, he praised Governor Fubara and he compared Fubara's approach to that of President Goodluck Jonathan, who specifically said that no blood of any Nigerian is worth to be shed even for his own political ambition. Fubara believes that no political position is worth the blood of any citizen. So as a result of that, he is making all efforts to talk things out and bring everyone back, even to the table for peace and development. And this is a step, right one, towards the right direction. And he reminded everyone that all conflicts must end eventually. Well, people are, trying to keep their fingers crossed and see whether the move or the approach by Fubara is going to work in the end eventually, because their belief is that since he's been given the mandate, he should be returned to power. But then some may think any other move apart from peace might work. Well, it depends. because the sole administrator is to stay for 6 months. And if at the end of 6 months, Fubara did not settle his political feud with other people, the man's tenure might be extended. And if extended, it means that he's going to be there for a year, and Fubara's tenure might begin to wind up because he might become a nuisance after a year. And if he has to come back to power, he might have been a visitor even to the state house entirely. So Fubara is also trying so much in order to make sure that the power gets back to him, so that he can also play his own political part when it comes to the road to 2027 election. But if he fails to do it correctly right now, of course, by the time he might eventually be reinstated, he might have been very too close even to the 2027 election, and his influence might have waned by then. Apart from that, some new block of leaders will have, of course, emerged in Rivers State because nature abhors vacuum. There cannot just be vacuum. And if he's not even careful, his enemies or his opponent might be the ones, leading and carrying the day in Rivers State. So Governor Fubara will need to take his time and needs to be proactive and let this peace talk is doing, or peace visit, or friendly visit is doing, result into yielding solid agreement that will eventually bring him back to power, so that people can begin to enjoy the dividend of democracy once again from a democratically elected leader, the person they gave their mandate to. This is very, very important. Mr. Oji really praised Mr. Fubara, the governor, because his belief is that some of his approach are very good and it's going to help, of course, Rivers State. But then my take is the fact that they cannot afford to turn your own house to a battleground. And if you do that, you will live to regret it. I think these are some of the cautious moves Fubara is trying to take, that instead of going, head on or face to face with the federal government or whoever may be, behind this ordeal, he decided to toe the line of peace so that there will be no casualty. And apart from that, he might get to his destination faster and better, even before he knows what is happening. So these are the realities, and we believe and hopeful that, as Mr. Darlington has said, that the matter will come to a near conclusion in the nearest future that is not too far from us. Thank you for listening to us. Remember to, give us your thumbs up. Don't forget to like and please subscribe.